Hmm. Welcome. I think this time I'm actually alive. So 237. I think I was miscounting the numbers or misnumbering my videos, and now I'm gonna follow Pete Holland's numbering. So he had 236 last week, so I'm gonna call this 237. It's a one spade opener, pretty easy. Three hearts is support jump shift. Okay, well, slam would be way too much, right? Especially once I know that my partner has heart, length, and strength. Yeah, we're missing two aces, so that's usually a bad sign for slam. I did have some small chance without this lead if I could have gotten rid of that diamond on clubs, but that wasn't to be. Okay, the eight of spades is not out anymore, but the six is, so let's try to watch out for that, but I think I can just claim. Okay, let's try to go to this tournament. Okay, 75 for some reason. Did some people not read the description? Maybe that's the point. Three spades? What? You have a gambit even if it's just a single raise. I mean, okay, one no trump double is just penalty, right? So actually, it's very easy in these best hand tournaments. Whenever East opens one no trump and you have a balanced hand, you can always double because yeah, that's the way it works. Um, Hearts or diamonds is the question. I'm gonna go for hearts because there, if my partner has the queen, I'm not even giving away a trick. So let's see. Wow, dummy is very strong. Uh, yeah, my partner should have run. Let's, this is distressing. Okay, I can lead a diamond now. At least I have safe exit cards, but not looking good. So declare has ace queen of hearts, ace jack of clubs. That's 11, and with the ace of spades, that's 15, right? Ace jack of spades would be 16. 16 is still allowed because I had 16. My partner doesn't have a 5 card suit, I guess. With a 5 card suit, you should run anyway. Even if you're kind of strong. Anyway, well, what's going on here? So they're about to cash. So they have already 3 tricks. Plus the ace of hearts is 4. Plus the 3 clubs is 7. Plus ace king of spades is 9. So let's put it this way. I'm not giving away tricks by discarding diamonds. And they're taunting me here because actually I know that East has the ace of spades. Oh. Um, well, it is match points. It doesn't matter too much. 42. Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking that it would be something like that because double is so obvious. My partner doesn't have a run. And I agree with um, leaving it in. I can move myself here. Here this is completely empty, so at some point I will figure out a good layout for this. One spade, two spades. It's a bit too much, but you can sometimes make it with a 6 card suit in weird ways. So, um, okay, the diamond helped me already. Looks like I'm gonna lose. Well, a little too many, right? Mm, I could say that it's a bit unlucky that that Queen of Hearts is completely useless, but I was also pushing it definitely. So the question is, who has the stiff ace? If somebody has that, that would be West. So we should lead through them, right? It seems to be the case that I caught something. Now, normally you would try to rough those two diamonds in your hand and exit with a heart or something, but in this case, there's too many entries, or not enough entries for that. Too many entry issues. I could try a partial elimination with King of Spades, rough, a diamond, and a heart, but that also just that presumes that the spades are 2-2, which they're probably not. So I'm just gonna do the boring thing and take the finesse. Hmm. Okay, I mean, in that case, I can exit with a heart, and if West has the King of Clubs without and with only two diamonds, then West could be unplayed. Oh yeah, well that's one way of getting rid. Jack of Diamonds, they don't even play a club for me. I just have to play it this way. I mean, oh wow. Okay, well. East could make a mistake, but it's unlikely. I mean, East discarded a club before, so I guess East started with 4 clubs. Oh. Ah, West just ducked it. Are you kidding me? You just ducked it just to mess with me? Okay, I could have bid. Obviously, I could have bid to just 3 spades. Obviously, that's probably the right bid, but I didn't get this high just by bidding the right thing all the time. Okay, I have a 19 count. Donald Trump. I don't know. I just feel like quantitative. Maybe this is good enough. People call it blame transfer. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of a funny expression, but I think it makes perfect sense to ask your partner whether or not they have a maximum. I mean, and I'd rather ask my partner than guess. So I don't know. Just and obviously, if my partner decides wrong, then that's the way it is. But at least we had a decent chance of doing it. Okay, assuming clubs break, we have 6 clubs. 3 spades is 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's the easy way of doing it. It's the clubs breaking. If clubs don't break, then we can revert to the heart finesse or some kind of squeeze with spades and diamonds, or even in hearts. But I hope it's not that, because as you have seen probably in previous streams, what? Okay, 5-0, no need to panic. We still have some aces up our sleeves. For example, a hard double finesse. It suddenly starts to look good, right? So if I well, so if I suppose I only take 4 club tricks. Can I take enough tricks outside clubs? So 4 clubs plus 3 spades is 7. And we need 5 tricks. So 4 hearts. Yeah, that could be the double finesse in hearts, right? It is a little committal though. On the other hand, it's not quite committal. The point is I'm not losing so many tricks. So low to the 9. Okay, that's fine. And I'll take the heart finesse again. Are you kidding me? West has 5 clubs and the queen 10 of hearts. Okay. It's very unlucky. Very unlucky. Yeah, I don't know what to say. And they're passing these hands. I mean, I don't know. I was playing in the club and I had this two boards in a row or 2 boards in the same night where I opened one club and it went past, and then we ended up in some kind of a 3-no trump contract, and then my left hand opponent just had a 5-card suit with like king queen jack or something, and they just like led it, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you don't have a stopper. Yeah, I mean, I know, it's just that they're supposed to bid with those hands. I don't know what to say. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I guess the point is I can't even make it, right? Or maybe I can, some kind of a squeeze, right? Yeah. One way of making it is playing on diamonds, maybe. Or just squeezing west in hearts and clubs or something like that. I don't know, but we can take a look at this, but not right now. It feels wrong, like to analyze bridge while you're in the tournaments. Double, 2 clubs. I have a cute hand, but it's ultimately it's just these 3 aces. It's not too much. Double is penalty. I was thinking maybe it's support for hearts. It wouldn't be completely wrong, but I could try to fake this 4-card heart suit because it's a common it's a common pattern. A 3-card support with a stiff. Okay, they're going for 4 spades. I'm gonna double them. I don't know. I don't really believe this. Don't really believe this. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay, this looks like a stiff. I could try to underlead the ace, maybe. Well, if it's a stiff, then we can just beat it very easily, right? You can return whatever you want, and I'm gonna play another. I don't think the ace of diamonds is going anywhere. Although, yeah, it could have gone somewhere. So actually, it's better. It would have been better to take it. So at this point in my BBO career, I should start to rethink the idea that I have to trust whenever Gib bids a game. I have to trust Gib whenever they bid a game. It just seemed to be, I don't know if this is a new version issue or something, but a bunch of weird game bids. And maybe doubling is a better policy than saving, no matter what. I mean, I definitely confused them, I know, but it's still not something where you should be in game. Especially East, right? I didn't even say anything about this. East jumping to 4 spades. East simulated some kind of a big spade fit. just because we bid and raised hearts. I guess that's what happened, but it's just wrong. I mentioned this before, I think, but sometimes Gib gets into an emergency situation where they have extra values but no bid shows it, and then in that case they sometimes compensate by promising extra cards, which is actually, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty bad idea. I mean, it kind of makes sense on the face of it, but you're not actually, it's not how bridge works, let's put it this way. Okay, what about this hand? Mm, Before I forget, meaning I forgot already, East opened one spade. They have the king queen. I doubled. By the way, yeah, I doubled. I think it's actually a good idea to double on these hands. And more on that, maybe I'm gonna have some kind of bridge lecture on this channel. I will have to see. I want to talk about the Polish club. I think it's actually a fun system to play, but main question is what to do on this hand. So you double on these hands simply because you want to show your partner that you have some points. And of course, if your partner bids clubs, then that's a losing. It's a losing case, but you have a bunch of winning cases, and you just make your opponent's lives more difficult, most of the time. So I will have this club discard on the ace of on one of the spades. So I'm not too worried about hearts breaking or not breaking. I can just draw trump in 2 or 3 rounds. Doesn't matter too much. Draw trumps and then maybe play on clubs. Oh, the 10 appears. Okay, that makes my life easier. If I'm counting correctly, that will be just main, right? Yeah, I really had no reason to bid more there. I mean, some people might say that I don't need a reason to bid, and usually I bid anyway. But every now and then I know my place, and I just shut up when it's not my turn to speak, kind of. Not my place to speak. Okay, it's going quite well. I'm first. Wow. Okay. 66.7, one spade. And I just said that I don't trust Gibbs. And the thing is, yeah, so actually 5 spades looks logical here, but the thing is I don't really think we'll make, so... We do have 11 spades. It's just such a garbage hand. At the table I would have probably bid 5 spades. I bid very quickly at the table in real life, and I'm actually quite happy with that. It's not something I want to change, but here I can think for a while. So what exactly does 4 spades show? I think it actually is, yeah, 8 minus. I mean, every now and then we could make. If my partner has a maximum or a lot of shape. I'm just worried that 5 diamonds will make too many times. I don't know, I can't resist. It's just... it's still not very clear. It depends a bit on how things break, but it looks like 5 diamonds was gonna make. Technically we have a heart winner. Well, spades we also don't know, right? It looks like we have a slow heart winner, maybe two clubs. But it depends on what kind of shape East has. Slow heart winner, I don't really trust it. It just looks like something would have happened with those. Yeah, so East has, for example, eight diamonds. The problem is, as usual, is that we're going down three. Okay. This is super annoying. It's gonna be a bad score just because we're going down three. I didn't even think about going down three. I thought kind of my partner would have some shape, but it doesn't matter. Tough. Well, they are gonna make. Well, they can make six if they guess clubs, but they can make six just by ducking a heart. Yeah, they can make six. I was hoping. I mean, my partner can be a bit stronger than that or a bit more shapely. Of course, they didn't promise that, but yeah, what can you do? It's one of those hands where your partner overcalls, and if they have a proper hand, you would be in game, and if they don't, then you want to stop as low as possible. Two diamonds is underselling my hand a bit. I don't know. Two clubs is one of those things that you can do with a hand like this. So my partner wants to play a game, kind of. I'm gonna try 3-no trump and then... yeah, well, I showed support already, so I can't undo that. Well, 3-no trump would have been right from the right side, but... Of course my partner can't know that. Well, I mean, they can know that, but they can't really play for this. Yes. Are we in a contract that everybody will be in? I guess the answer is yes. It's hard to believe that people aren't in game. But then I have to figure out, should I play this diamond to be a singleton or not? Let's try to count points. East doesn't have queen jack of clubs. You would have led that. West showed the queen, right? Took the ace and the queen, yeah. So East has at most the jack of clubs. Okay, but how many points did I have? I had 14. My partner had... No points have been played, so my partner had 12. It's 26 in total. It means that they have 14 points. So West could have a hand without the king of diamonds, but it looks unlikely. It looks very unlikely. I don't know. I'm gonna play them for it. I don't know. Oh god. Brutal. Yeah, I'm playing these robots to be too predictable, and they're not. They're tricky fellows. It was a nice defense. Nice defense. Of course, I knew that. Yeah. I mean, of course, that's an opening hand, but I didn't know the king of hearts, and it's very unpleasant. Yeah, losing like this. Of course, I didn't lose. You know, I still have 50. Or is this 56? 56 is not a bad score, but yeah. Well, at least I thought about it. I mean, the ace of diamonds is automatic in teams, and maybe even against humans, but robots usually open quite soundly. Of course, that hand definitely qualifies a 7 card suit and everything, but yeah, I even checked this double that it didn't promise extra values, so that didn't help me. But uh, maybe I would have even won the tournament. Yeah, 90 something. So that was really the thing I should have thought about, because I said that most people will be in game, and that's definitely wrong. Okay, just to clarify what I mean by this, that if you think that everybody is in the same contract, then you have to try to look for over tricks. If you think that it's a rare contract or like most people are in part scores, then your goal should be just like in IMS, just to play safely. And I don't know why I said that everybody will be in game, because, well, I mean, okay, I know why I said that. Why I said that is because I had, yeah, we had 26 points together, and my partner has a very nice overcall, so they will show some extra value at some point. Um, but I don't know if that's justified. Yeah, just out of curiosity, what happened in 3 no Trump there? I guess so. They just bid 3 no Trump after 1 spade, I guess. I know 2 no Trump is still. Um, yeah. I mean, the main point is, yeah, that they don't lead a club. A club lead would give it away, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. There, you still have some kind of squeeze there. You can play on clubs, and then West will be unplayed. Well, that's very cute. It's not something that you would necessarily find at the table, but it's definitely cute. And yeah, I like it. What can I say? Oh yeah, and one more open question is, how do you make 6 notes from there? Um, I just want to know. It's some kind of squeeze. I mean, I still think I was unlucky. The way I played it, I think was fine. And again, I'm not looking for like 100% line. I'm happy with like a 75% or whatever that was. It's just a double finesse in hearts plus some extra chances. Yeah, double finesse in hearts would have required also 4-2 or better. But yeah, I don't know. So the what I knew is that the East has 5 more non-clubs cars than West, but I didn't realize that they were all in spades and diamonds. So yeah, with this hand you have to bid something. I don't know what. 2 diamonds, 1 diamond. Usually you don't have an overcall for this hand. Diamonds and spades. With diamonds and hearts, maybe you can think of 2 no Trump. Not a fan. Usually I try to keep those 2 suited overcalls relatively sound. But yeah, maybe I'm being too much of a purist. Okay, so let's look at this hand now, just in case I can see some obvious way of making it. So if you take 5 club tricks, plus 3 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I didn't miscount that. 5 club tricks. And then when you're taking the clubs, East will be squeezed maybe. Yeah, East will be squeezed in spades and diamonds, right? It's actually not so hard to see. Simply here, you will leave the queen of diamonds there, and I think it's pretty obvious. I can just show you. Let's say heart. You cannot take the double finesse, so you cannot finesse out the jack fifth, even if you know what they have, because they have the 9 and the 8. Yeah, let's say you take the ace, it doesn't matter. Spade discard is still allowed. Ace of diamonds, you need to take only later. Well, now you could run, but whatever. Let's just concentrate on the new important thing. You lose this club. Well, you're not gonna play back a heart, but let's say a spade. Ah, no, now you're going down, aren't you? Yeah, because I shouldn't have used that heart. Because you need an entry to... Yeah, okay. I messed up this. I messed this up. Wow. So here you're down already, right? Yeah. You have to duck it first so that later you can finesse directly and take all the tricks. Well, I mean, because you have entry issues in spade, you need a spade entry later to threaten to take the spades, right? So they play back a spade. Club, club, then spade is fine. And now you just take all your tricks, right? So I think you need to unblock this at some point. Of course, it doesn't necessarily need to be now. I know I'm going down because you need to take the heart king. Yeah. Okay, so first take the heart, unblock basically. It's the winners outside the menace, right? Now you unblock diamonds, yeah. And now you just have a squeeze against east, so you just take ace. A spade is instantly wrong, so you go diamond. Still a diamond. Queen, still a diamond. Yeah, the heart doesn't, you don't care. And on this club, well, ace is squeezed, so either you let the queen win later, or you let the spade win. If you had this position without that spade 7 in your hand, then East could just let go of spades, yeah, of spades, and then you don't have an entry to the spades. So basically, you're actually going down like 4 or something. But of course, you would, yeah, you wouldn't play it that way. In that case, you would just take the spades and go down 1, or hope for some kind of I don't know what, but yeah. So this is how you make, but it's very tough. So then, but let's say, yeah, so you can't play this way, of course. Let's say a spade lead. I know, yeah. Let's say they don't play a spade, right? So, well, diamond lead is definitely wrong. So let's say ace, club to this, right? Now you get the bad news. You can cross in. You can't cross in hearts because then sets up a trick. So you can't do that. You have to cross once in a spade. Yeah, you have no choice. And now let's just simplify this. You could also take the finesse. Oh, okay, let's take the finesse, whatever. And now you lose a club. And now West needs to play a spade to beat this, right? A diamond also works. What? Diamond also works? Ah, the diamond works because you haven't cashed the king of hearts, yeah. Then you're squeezing dummy, in fact. You need to take all the outside tricks for a squeeze to work. Otherwise, the East can discard their hearts basically. So you're getting rid of their hearts. Yeah. Yeah. So you can beat the squeeze in two different ways. By playing a diamond too early, or by by getting rid of the yeah, by playing a spade too early. So let's say a club, for example. Now we're back in the same situation, because now I can cash this king of hearts and come back with a diamond and do the squeeze thing. Yep. I couldn't have known this. I still like my line, although maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have thought more about that. I definitely should have thought more about that, but I don't know if I could have known, because yeah, it's still weird passing with the 6-5. Of course, I know they have relatively few points, but still, I'm not a fan overall. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching and see you around.